What is up, YouTube? It's Nas here, and I was just about to scale a product. I thought, why not? I'll go ahead and share the whole process with you guys. So let me show you something. This is a new store. I found this winning product probably about 3 days ago. And if you go ahead and look, today it's about, what time is it? It is 1:42 and we're about 1.25 in sales. And if you go to yesterday, you see that we did about one-ish also, and the whole week basically about $7-ish thousand. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm gonna show you, I'm not still scaling anything big or anything. I was testing till like 30 days ago. I just found this winning product. So I'm gonna show you what I do every time that I find a winning product and I'm about to scale that product. So there are a couple of things that I look for, which I'm gonna talk about. So stay tuned. I'm gonna talk about it in a little bit. So I get a lot of questions about, oh, how do I scale? How do I scale? How do I scale? Then I'm like, how much is your profit? It depends on so many different things if you're trying to scale. So I'm gonna briefly explain everything in this video, when you should be scaling, how to scale, and what to look for if you're just about to scale, okay? I get a lot of questions like, oh, how do I scale this product? Then I look at their ads and it's not really profitable, or if it's not consistent. And so there are a couple of things we want to look for before we get to scaling. So let's say you're just testing a product, right? And let's say you've been testing a bunch of products and now you have a product getting a couple sales. You're getting excited because it's exciting. You're getting sales coming in, right? And now you're like, oh, I want to scale this product. First, let me tell you this, not all products can be scaled. There's a different level of products or whatever. I kind of put them in different categories. Like there are products that you can scale really, really big because they're such good products. They're not saturated. You might be the very first few people that are scaling this product. Then there's like medium winners, or whatever you want to call it again, that like basically there are a couple people scaling it, or maybe more than a couple people scaling it, and you're kind of gonna copy those people and make some money out of it. And there are other winners that you might make 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 and they die off. So there's no, there's no set that how much money you're gonna make from one product. But that being said, I'm gonna tell you what to look for. All right, we're good, we're Gucci. All right, so when should you scale? There are 3 things that you want to look for when you're about to scale a product. First is if that product that you're selling is getting consistent sales. So I wouldn't count on like just 2, 3, even 4 sales. I like to have at least 5 sales on each ad set before starting to scale. Some people might disagree with me, but that's just how I am. It's based on my experience. I think that you need at least 5 sales in one ad set to decide if you would want to duplicate that ad set or basically scale that ad set, right? So we want to look for consistency. Second thing is the profit. If the ad set that is getting sales staying profitable the whole time. And another thing that you want to look for is your CPM, cost per 1,000 impression, meaning that it takes that much amount of money to show your ad to 1,000 people. Now, let's say you're getting consistent, you're getting sales, but they're not consistent. What do? And first thing that you want to do is, well, I would say if it's not consistent, if you tried different ad sets and you have, you tried all these audiences and everything, the chances are that that ad set is not a winner, or that product is not a winning product, or you might, basically it's not a winner. I would just move on to the next product. If you tested, let's say, different videos, different thumbnails, and you still can't get consistent sales, I would just move on to the next product. At least if you're just getting started, don't get stuck with that product because you got 1 or 2 or 3 sales. Move on. The faster you move on and the faster you test, the faster you're gonna find a winning product. So let's say now you're getting now I say that you're consistently getting sales, but it's not profitable. What do? It happens. Sometimes you're getting a bunch of sales consistently coming in, but when you look at the ROAS, which is return on ad spend, is not very profitable, right? So like you might be breaking even, or you might just be losing a little bit of money. What do you want to do? We want to focus on getting more clicks, getting the CPM down, all those good stuff, but let's not get into all the distraction. get a video made, get a really, really good video made, and test with that video, see if it works. You could always test with different thumbnails. Sometimes it increases your click-through rate, and you could basically make that ad set or that product profitable. And another thing you could do, you could test with different thumbnails. And thumbnails make actually a huge difference. I didn't think in the beginning that it's gonna make that much of a difference until I started testing a lot of different thumbnails, and I had a product that was selling so much better with a different thumbnail compared to the original thumbnail. So I would go ahead and test all those variables. Now, let's say you have high CPM. What to do? You're getting sales, everything is looking good, but your CPM is really, really high, right? Like I told you, CPM is the cost that you see for per 1,000 impression. So if it's really, really high, even though you're getting sales, eventually it's gonna go down, or it's not gonna be profitable for more than a couple days, couple months. If it's really, really high, let's say if you have $100 CPM, right? Something really high. For me, most of my winning product, the CPM was under $25. But I was just looking at some of my other winning products, and I saw that some of them have like $20 CPM. I don't know, in my head the whole time I thought it's about 10 to 15, but sometimes when I have a winner, I just don't even look at the CPM that very often. So it's not one thing that you really need to panic about, but it's something to look for when you're trying to find out if that product is winning or is not winning. So what do you want to do? The reason that you're getting really high CPM is that either you are testing something that everybody else is testing, so it's very saturated, or someone else is scaling really high. Like I said, it's very saturated, so people are not clicking. Facebook doesn't like to show your ad to people, so it gives you a really, really high CPM. Another thing is that your audience is too small. So the smaller the audience is, I noticed that the CPM gonna go higher. The more niche that product is. So the bigger your audience is, the bigger population you have, your CPM gonna be lower than original if you were testing with, let's say, 1 million audience compared to like 10 million. Another thing, it could be a really bad creative. If you have a bad video, your ad copy doesn't look good, nothing looks good, Facebook doesn't like to give the audience a bad experience, so it won't show your ads to a lot of people, so your CPM gonna go high. Check for these things and make sure you fix all these things, and then you can go from there. Now, let's say everything is looking good, you're profitable, your CPM is low, and you're getting consistent sales, right? So now what is the next step? For example, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say you're testing with $10 ad set, or $15 ad set, or $5, whatever that is. The higher your budget is, the faster you're gonna find a winning product. What are you gonna do? This is like the beginning, this is my beginner version of scaling tier 1 or level 1, whatever you wanna call it. But what I usually do, the first thing that I like to do, I go ahead and duplicate the winning ad set 5 times into a new campaign. And I would go ahead and set that budget for each ad set for $50. You want to schedule that for midnight. The reason we do midnight is because we want to give Facebook enough time to optimize and like not spend all of your money at once, right? And we're gonna wait for 12 hours till midday next day. And if it's profitable, if your ads are profitable, just good job. You have a winning product and you can scale that product. If it's not, if you can just kill the bad ones and then let the ones that are good run. So let's say none of your ad sets are profitable. What is happening here? There could be 2 things that are happening. Either your product is not scalable, or your ad set is not scalable, or 2, it could be because you don't have enough data in your pixel to actually scale a product. Sometimes I would let it just run a little bit longer and then create some LLAs and see how that goes. But yeah, that could. All right, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get on my laptop. I'm gonna show you this product that I'm scaling. It's day 3 or day 4, something like that. I don't remember the days. So let's just get on my laptop and I'm gonna show you exactly what's happening and what I'm gonna show you. So right here, as you can see, we're gonna scroll down. So first, this is a product that I'm about to scale. I'm just in the level 1 of scaling, if that makes sense. So the original assets are here at $15. I usually test with $15. So like you can see, it has very consistent sales. And if I scroll to the right, you see that the ROAS is about 11.94, which is pretty crazy because I have 15 purchases. Usually they drop, but I'm getting really crazy good ROAS here, right? So like you can see, it's 11, 12 ROAS. The whole ad sets here, not the whole ad sets. If you see here, you see that all of these products, all of these ad sets are very profitable. These are the original one that I was testing with. They're only $15. So like you can see, $15, they're getting really cheap cost per unique link click. 41 cents, 20 cents, 17 cents. It's really cheap. Like actually, I'm kind of surprised. And then we're gonna go here. You see that the ROAS is pretty high, 11.94, 12.14. And what I did here after a couple days, it was 2 days ago, I believe, that I duplicate these to these ones. These are $50. So like I told you, 1, 2, 3, 4. I already increased that. Just wanted to see how it would react. Still keeping the ROAS, getting sales at 5.59 cost per purchase. The ROAS is 8.53, so it's doing pretty well, right? So from here, I'm gonna go ahead and scale it further and further. I kind of have different methods of scaling from level 1, level 2, level 3. So I might talk about it later on this, but this is basically how I do. This is my first thing that I do. I duplicate the winning ad set to $50, 5 of them. And then I see, in my case, everything ended up being profitable. So I just keep running them. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see you there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. I'm gonna be dropping a video every week and talk about scaling, online businesses, all those good things. And also I have a free training down below if you wanna go ahead and check it out. I think it's the first or second link, something like that. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.